Hello. Saying hello to an empty room. There's nobody here, as always. Still waiting. It's only 10. We're good. All right. We have a person. Welcome to today's workout. This is going to be the last one for a couple weeks because I am going to visit my family and I'm so excited. And yes, I will be working out while I'm there, but I'm not going to be able to live stream because they live in the middle of nowhere and their internet is terrible. So no live stream class next week or the following week. Yes, 2 weeks off. So I'll be back on the 18th, I think it is. Wednesday the 18th will be when things are coming back to normal. All right. Today's workout, strength training. As per usual, we're working on building some muscles. I got my muscle shirt on. It says, let me know if my biceps get in your way. I'm kind of obsessed with it. And you know what's funny? Hashtag patriarchy is actually a men's shirt. Come on now. They should make these for women too. And for everybody. All right, let's get warmed up. All you need today, pretty much the usual, just some like medium to heavy weights, pretty much whatever equipment you have on hand, just gather it around. If you don't have any equipment at all, you can still do the workout. You can do it body weight. It won't be as challenging, but it will still be movement, and all movement is good. So let's do this. Got Beethoven in the background as per usual. All right, let's start our warm-up. 10 big arm circles back. 10 big arm circles forward. And when you're done with your arm circles, taking up your nice wide stance, reaching down towards the floor. If you can't reach the floor, grab a book, grab a yoga block, anything that you can have as a buffer to lean on as you come down. And then we are rotating up towards the ceiling, stretching that arm towards the sky, 5 on each side. Oh, these feel fantastic today. And when you're done with your 5 on each side, keep that wide stance. We're going to do some lunges to stretch out the inside of the thighs and the groin area. So pressing down and back over the heel, stretching through that straight leg, alternating sides, going for 5 on each side. The depth that you achieve is completely up to you. These do not have to be super low as long as you're feeling a stretch. And when you get to 5 on each side, come back up to standing. These also feel fantastic today. Oh, all right. Going for our hamstring stretch, crossing one foot over the other, reaching towards the toes. You don't actually have to touch the toes. You're just aiming in that general direction until you feel a stretch along the back of the back leg and the calf. Let the neck relax and the head hang down. And then other side, same deal. Do you ever just like forget about your toes until you're spending like 30 seconds staring at them and you're like, maybe I should put more work into making my toes look good? But also they're just toes, so who cares? Anyway, going for leg swings, This is Deep Thoughts with Eliza on a Wednesday morning. 10 on each side, hanging onto something for balance if you need to. Have no balance today. What's going on? All right, let's do it. Starting with the core. Going for a Russian twist. So you can do this weighted or not. Either one is fine. Regardless, form is pretty much the same. I'm going to do this with a dumbbell. Okay. So for your Russian twist, I am timing 30 seconds on the stopwatch. If you want to time along with me so you don't have to time at home, that is wonderful. I'm only taking 30-second breaks in between. So if you do want to take longer breaks in between, you will need to time for yourselves. Two options for the Russian twist. Heels can be on the ground, chest nice and open, and then you're twisting from here, or legs can be lifted. You're balancing on the tailbone, chest is still open, and you're twisting from here. If you lift your legs, I like to cross my legs at the ankle. Some people would say that's wrong, but it gives my hip flexors a little bit of relief so that the exercise doesn't suddenly start focusing on the quads rather than on the core. Okay. All right, let's do it. 3 rounds, 30 seconds per round, as per usual. Grab a weight or not, totally up to you. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. First round. Try not to rotate through the back. The weight is just coming down side to side, kind of like you're kayaking, if you've ever been kayaking. It's not an active twist. The weight is coming down and your body is naturally following it. 5 more seconds here. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. 30 seconds to rest. Already going to open window because it's already hot. It's been actually kind of warm in the city. And by warm, I mean 64 instead of 57. All right. 10 more seconds of rest and then going into round 2 if you are timing with me. If you are not, you are following your own rest breaks. In 3, 2, 1, round 2. Remember, these are slow and controlled. You're not whipping the weight back and forth, especially because this can be very sensitive on the back. You don't want to go very speedily through this movement because you can risk hurting your back in a bad way. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and there's our break. I'm going to tilt the camera down just slightly because from what I can see, it is very, very dark. Okay, I don't know if that'll make any kind of difference, but we'll find out. All right, just about 10 more seconds of rest. Going into our last round, and then we have some plank work. Yay! Love a good plank. Not. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Ooh, Beethoven's getting very dramatic right now. Halfway there. And last 5 seconds, make sure you're breathing. And 3, 2, 1, and break. Alrighty. 30 seconds to rest or thereabouts. Grab water if you need it. I know I do. I'm going to turn Beethoven down a little bit. He's getting kind of rowdy here. Okay. Our second core exercise is going to be a plank with a knee tuck. So you can think of it kind of like a slow motion mountain climber, if you will. Now keep in mind, if planks are uncomfortable for you on the ground, you can do them against like the edge of your couch. You can do them against a countertop, kind of similar to a push-up in terms of the variations that you can use. You can also do them from your knees. So option to not do, sorry, I need to crack my back. Option to not do the plank variation that we're doing and to just hold a plank. So you can hold the plank, hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips, and then you're rocking the hips forward. So you have a nice flat back, and then you'd be hanging out here. Or you can just bring that up onto your toes and hang out there. Either one is fine. If your wrists bother you, come down to the elbows. But otherwise, if you're following along with me, high plank position, and then the knees are just tucking forward, alternating sides, one at a time. Try not to bring the knees too far past the waist. This is not a situation where you're trying to like pull the knees in towards the chest. This is like a controlled movement where you're trying to crunch to like the belly button point and then back. Okay? It's not a huge tuck through the knee. All right, same deal, 30 seconds, 3 sets. If you're timing along with me, you don't have to worry about anything. If you're taking longer breaks, you will need a timer at home. All right, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, and round 1. Keeping that neck and head in line with the spine, so you're finding a spot like a foot in front of you, maybe the end of your mat, and staring at that rather than letting your head and neck drop. You should not be able to see your feet in this position. 10 more seconds here. And last 5, 3, 2, 1. And here we have 30 seconds to rest if you are taking rest breaks with me. Do you ever just find random pieces of glitter on your things and have no idea where it came from? I just found glitter on my yoga mat. Like, where do I have glitter? Where is there glitter? I don't know. Okay, getting ready for, not surprising, but I just don't know where it came from. In 3, 2, 1, and round 2. Make sure you're breathing. 10 more seconds. A little Beethoven's Ninth here. Last 5. And 3, 2, 1, and break. We got one more set. You know, it's funny how I feel like there are certain pieces of music that are just so deeply embedded in everything that even if you don't grow up listening to classical music, or maybe you don't even know who Beethoven is, as soon as you hear those like Ode to Joy notes, the da 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 da, like everybody knows what that is. All right, 3, 2, 1, last one. Basically, it's just so strange to me to think about like one composer, one person having that kind of longevity, not longitude, longevity. And 10 more seconds. Last 5. And 3, 2, 1. And we're done. Magical. Excellent. Grab water if you need it. We're starting out on the feet. Sweet, sweet water. Okay. We're starting with a sumo squat. I know we very often start on the mat, but not today. Today's different for no reason. Changing things up. Okay. Starting out with a sumo squat. So again, you want to use your heaviest weight for this. If you have like 2 medium weights, use both of them. You're just going to hang down in front. If you don't have any weights at all, you're just going to do this body weight. Nice wide stance. Toes are pointed outwards. And then you're pushing back through the hips, dropping down as low as is comfortable from the side. It's not this. You see how my knees are coming way forward? Press back through the hips and up. Okay. You should feel the glutes engage. For sure. I'm using a kettlebell. It's my preferred weight for sumo squats, but if you don't have a kettlebell, use what you have. You can use like a gallon jug filled with liquid. Works equally well. Okay. Round 1, you're going for 3 sets of 12. When you're ready, let's go for it. Counting for yourselves, as always. Squeezing those glutes all the way up. Extra squeeze at the top. And when you get to 12, take a break. All right, I'm turning Beethoven back up. Beethoven. All right. 1 set down, 2 to go. I'm timing 30 seconds for my own rest. If you need longer, take longer. Remember, you're counting for yourselves at home, so you don't need me to count for you. Isn't that a wonderful thing? You want me to get really close to you again? Hi. Bye. I'm overtired. I'm sorry. A little loopy today. Did not get much sleep last night. Okay. Round 2. Here we go. And when you get to 12, take a break. 30 seconds for me, however long you would like for you. I was just going to say something and then I completely blanked on what it was. Oh, yes. I don't know if anybody notices or cares, but I never say how much weight I am using on a particular exercise. And that is because I do not want to influence your mindset of what is appropriate for you. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like hearing what weights other people are lifting is not really useful because it's very specific to them. Unless you're like, oh, I'm about her like experience level, I'm about her strength, like then that would be useful to know. But everybody's so different. I'm not going to be like, I'm using X amount of weight because it's not going to be what other people are using. Other people are going to be lifting more or less. So yeah, that's why I don't ever say like grabbing this amount of weight, you know? You know? I lost count as per usual. I think this is close to 12. I'll just do a couple more for good measure. Okay. Take a break. So, if anybody follows me on Instagram, and I hope you do, if you don't, please do, @BuildingMight. I just did a post last week, 2 weeks ago, about offset loading on exercises. So we're doing an offset loaded exercise next. We're going for an offset lunge to balance. Now, I love offset loaded exercises. They're such a great way of working the core. while standing, not having to be on the ground or anything like that. You're so good. So offset basically just means that you are weighted more on one side than on the other. So in order to keep yourself balanced and even, your core has to work a little bit harder. So if you want, you can use two weights as long as one is heavier than the other. I only ever use one weight for this, just because I like having the other hand free for like a balance point. But that, again, is totally individual. It's totally personal to you. But we're going to do a lunge to balance. So the weight is going to be on the side that's staying stationary and stable. So for example, if we're stepping back with our right leg first, the weight is going to be on the left side, coming down into the lunge, up into a balance, straight back into the lunge, up into the balance. So you can see by doing this, this right oblique has to do so much more work to not be here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? See how it works? Now, if the balance is uncomfortable for you, just do a lunge. You can do a lunge back, step to the center, lunge back, step to the center. I'm not picky about lunge depth. However deep you want to go, whatever feels okay for your knees is okay by me. We're doing 10 on each side. When you're ready, 3 sets. Counting for yourselves. Let's do this. And you don't have to have your other arm out for balance. I just like that because it does help with the balance. Keeping the upper body nice and upright. Another nice thing about offset loading is it's really hard to tip forward when you're trying to balance like this. So it actually helps with your lunge form. And when you get to 10 on one side, switching to 10 on the other. And when you get to 10 on the other side, take a break. I can't talk to the camera and balance at the same time, clearly. Ooh, my heart is pounding. All right, take a breather. Fitbit, you are not accurate at all. Not even a little. Okay, we got 2 more sets of that. I would recommend starting on the opposite side that you just started on. The second side is always going to feel like it's doing a little more work just because it is. So if you're starting with your left foot planted, your right leg is doing the work of stepping back and coming forward. So when the right leg is planted, it's going to already be a little bit tired. So it's going to feel like it's a little bit more effort on that side when you get to it. So I would start on the opposite side from where you started before, which means I'm starting on the left. All right, second round when you're ready. And when you get to 10, switching to the other side. Ooh. Falling over here. Keep it slow and steady. And when you get to 10, take a break. Oh yeah. That gets the sweat going, gets the heart rate up. The heart is pounding. Actually, I'm gonna grab a towel. Excuse me for a moment. I need to mop my brow. Chest sweat. It's always the first thing we start. Okay. Last round. Let's go for it. I already forgot which side I started on. Okay, right side starting this time. Also, we're going lighter on the legs, heavier on the arms today. So 3 lower body, 4 upper. Because it's been the reverse for the last few weeks. So, trying to keep it even. Can't always give the legs more love. We gotta make sure that the arms get love too. Right. And when you get to 10, oh my goodness, take a darn break. Whew. That window is not doing enough. I'm roasting. Okay. Take a breather. Let the heart rate come down a little bit. Grab some water. We're going to finish up the lower body with some deadlifts, because I know everybody loves their deadlifts. So back to the heaviest weights you have. We're going to be working with those. I'm going to be using my kettlebell again. Kettlebells are great for deadlifts, but anything works, honestly. You just need a weight that you can comfortably grip, and that's it. Sorry, chest sweat. Gotta get rid of it. Dripping. Okay. Going over form. I know we've done these before. I always like to discuss form though, because deadlifts are probably one of the harder forms for people to get safely and to remember. So my old analogy that I always use is there is a door behind you and you're trying to shut it with your butt. So in order to do that, I'd say hip width apart with the feet. In order to do that, if you bend forward like this, your butt's not going anywhere, right? So it's just your back coming forward. That's really not good for your back. And it really doesn't give any work to your posterior chain. So hamstrings, butt, back. Instead, you're pressing back through the butt, bending the knees just enough so that they stay in line over the ankles. And then you're painting your legs with the weight. So weight is coming pretty much down the front of the leg. Now you see I have become this sort of, it's kind of like a martini glass shape, actually. Stem glass on top. So you're looking to be a martini glass shape, and then squeezing the glutes all the way up to standing, extra squeeze at the top. I think common form issues that I see the most is not keeping the shoulder blades engaged, so coming down, but letting the arms hang. See how my upper back is rounding? You want to keep the shoulder blades pulled back. And then the other one that I see is the weight being too far in front, which puts a whole lot of load on your low back that you don't need, so keep the weights in close. Or the weight if you're using a single one. Okay, let's do it. We're going for 3 sets of 10. When you're ready. Actually, let's move this forward a little bit. There we go. When you're ready, let's do it. All right, squeeze the glutes all the way up. And remember, the weight is not touching the ground every single time. You do not want your shoulders to come below the line of your hips. So you're only going to that depth. If the weight's not on the ground at that point, don't put the weight down. You're hanging on to it. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings. Don't let the head drop. And when you get to 10, take a break. Oh yeah. Okay. 30 seconds of rest. And then heading into 2 more rounds before we do our push-ups. Yay. Whoop whoop. Love a push-up. Clarinet? Is this clarinet or oboe? Clarinet. I don't know. I love clarinet so much. I don't know why I always confuse that with the oboe sound. I think the oboe is a little bit deeper. Okay. Round 2 when you're ready. Ooh. Sneeze. Chew. Chew. Excuse me. Okay. Now round 2. I love the warmer weather, but it's definitely making my allergies act up. And when you get to 10, take a break. Okay, one more set, folks. Legs are almost done. Are you a legs person or are you an arms person? Or I should say lower body versus upper body. I feel like usually people have very strong opinions about which they prefer. I feel like I personally go through phases that depend on my mood or what I'm working on. And sometimes, if I'm trying to get more pull-ups, upper body work becomes really fun, and I get really excited about it. But then other times I'm like, I just want to deadlift all day. Great. So yeah, which one are you? Which do you prefer? All right, last set, almost there. Here we go. Should I do like the power lifter setup? I can't do it. It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm also not lifting that much weight. Keeping that core engaged as well. Don't let that lower back take any of the work. Exhaling as you come up. And when you're done with your 10, take a break. You did great. Okay. Whew. Nice and toasty now. You know what's great though? So I got my hair cut on Saturday. I chopped it all off. And my God, it is the best thing ever to not have hair on my neck. Ever. Ever. I missed short hair so much. I feel complete again. Okay. Push-ups. You know the drill. You can do them on the wall, you can do them on the counter, you can do them on a couch, you can do them on your knees, you can do them on your toes, you can do them however you want to do them, whatever feels comfortable for you. The main things to think about, elbows are here. They are not here. They can be here if you want to focus on triceps, but We are doing a tricep exercise too, so maybe don't worry about that so much. 45 degrees. This is your elbow tracking pattern. Core is engaged regardless of where you are. Tuck through that tailbone, engage the core so that you're not coming down into your push-up like that. And again, it all comes back to putting stress on the lower back, which we do not want ever. Okay, 3 sets of 12 is what I'm doing. 3 sets of 12 is what I recommend you do as well. If 12 seems like an unreasonable number for whatever reason, anywhere in the 8 to 12 range is beautiful. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. Whenever you're ready, round 1. All right. Try not to do super fast push-ups. I think that's another thing I see, specifically with men, specifically with cis men, is the push-ups where you're just going like, no. Slow, controlled. Slow and controlled. You're aiming for like 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, just about. Also, I don't care how low you go. Do what feels good for you. I don't technically go to the correct push-up depth because I have back problems, okay? So whatever feels right for your beautiful body is what is right to do. Whether that's an inch, you just want to work on getting your push-up on your toes, but you can only go down an inch. You know what? Do it. It's okay. It's fine. If you want to work on getting super low, then pick the level where you can comfortably get super low for all of the reps that you're doing. It just depends on what your goals are, what you feel like doing. I'm not gonna like come after you for not having, 2 inches between your chest and the ground. Forget that. Whatever you want. All right, let's go for round 2. Ooh, nice little elbow pop there. All right, round 2 is in the bag. Going for round 3, AKA our final round after the break. Still sweating. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh, oh. Okay. Uno más. Almost there. My hair is falling out. Okay. I take slightly longer rests between my push-up rounds because I need the extra time for my arms to recover. So instead of taking 30 seconds, I usually take 40 seconds. And believe me, the extra 10 seconds makes a difference. It does. All right. Last one. Join me, will you, on this push-up adventure? Last 12 or however many you're doing. Let's go for it. There's one. Woo! Yes, last 2 are hard. Oh, okay. Take a break. Push-ups are done. We're moving into some back work. So, sorry, my hair is doing weird things right now. We're gonna do bent over rows. So having 2 matched weights is a good idea for this. Heavier is generally a little bit better, but you don't want them too heavy. Also, if you don't have any weights, again, you can still do this movement body weight and really just focus on engaging the muscles. The comparison that I like to use is if you picture yourself moving through mud or like in slow motion, you can create resistance for yourself that will build muscle and build strength. You don't have to have a weight. So like think about pulling, or if you like create resistance and like almost push and pull at the same time, you're doing a lot of work. Okay, our bent over row, same as the bottom of our deadlift, basically. So feet are hip width apart. You're closing that imaginary door. This is the angle that you're looking for, if that feels okay. Arms are hanging down, palms parallel, facing each other with the weights, and then you're pulling up and back at a 90-degree angle. You're not coming way up here. You're barely moving past the line of your body, just slightly. And try to keep the angle of your elbow at 90 degrees. If you keep it more acute than that, see how my shoulders are tucking up around my ears? We start engaging muscles that are not going to be helpful and tend to carry a lot of tension anyway. So try to avoid engaging those muscles. Just working on pulling up and back at 90, keeping the glutes engaged, keeping the core engaged, support that low back. We'll go for 3 sets of 10. I'm going to use my giant adjustable dumbbells. These things, they look absolutely massive, but they're actually not that heavy. It's just that because they're adjustable, to get any amount of weight, you have to pile like all these plates on. So they look huge, but they're really not that heavy. Okay. Going for round 1. When you're ready, let's do it. And arms are staying in pretty close to the body. When you get to 10, set those weights down, take a breather. So when I say close to the body, what I mean is from the front, you're not pulling out here, you're just about here. You're staying close. The sweat is real. A few more seconds to rest, and then we're going to dive into round 2. We have 2 more arm exercises after this, so hang in there. As I said, it's a heavier arm day today. All right, second round, darlings. Let's do it. Oh, these are getting harder. Oh, yeah. And one more rest, one more set. We're moving on to some hammer curls for the biceps and the forearms. Exciting stuff. Grab water whenever you need it. Getting close to the finish line, sort of. Okay, last round. When you're ready. Okay. Oh, last one's hard. Okay. Oh, gosh. Slide those suckers back under there. When you have a small space, anywhere becomes weight storage. Okay. Take a breather. Moving into, oh my gosh, excuse me. Oh. So rude of me. Apologize. Moving into our last two arm exercises. So if you have slightly lighter weights, like medium range for sure, heavy weights I would not recommend for this. I would do like 10 pounds or less, unless you're like super strong, in which case do more. But we're doing hammer curls, so super simple, core engaged, glutes engaged, straight up and down. Palms are facing each other, gripping the weights, straight up to the shoulders and down. Again, we're not looking for speed. Don't let the weights swing. You're looking for a controlled and steady movement. Okay, let's do it. 3 sets of 10. When you're ready. I played this song a long time ago. Okay, when you get to 10, take a break. Again, I'm going for 30-second rests on this one. You can time how you please. Round 2, if you're ready. Okay, take a break. Oh. One more set. Then we have triceps and then we're done. You're almost finished. How are we doing on time? Hopefully we're doing okay. We're doing just fine. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. We got this. You got this. All right, last round. And then going into some tricep work. And when you get to 10, take a break. Okay, for our triceps, we're doing an overhead press, tricep overhead press, or tricep extensions, however you want to call them. I would recommend 1 weight for this. You can do 2. I might try 2. But if you have 1, you can either hold it by either end, like so. We're coming here, pressing up. Or you can hold it by the end and press up. As long as you're keeping your elbows nice and narrow, that is the important part. Did we do this last week? I feel like we did this last week. We were supposed to do skull crushers and then I switched at the last minute. But it's okay, we can do it again. It's still good for the triceps. Sometimes my programming is like not what I want to do in the moment, and so I change it, and I'm pretty sure I changed it last week. Anyway, that's what we're doing, keeping the core engaged, keeping the glutes engaged, staying nice and upright, going for 3 sets of 8 to 12, again, staying within that range. I'm going to try 2 weights just to see how it goes. Might fail, but that's okay. Let's go for it. And when you get to the end of your set, however many reps you're doing, take a break. Okay, 2 weights is okay. I'll stick with that. 30 seconds for me, however long for you, whichever you prefer. It is your choice. Folks, I'm so excited to be taking vacation. You know what I figured out is that even when you love your job and you're like so excited about what you do, because oh my God, I love my job so much, not even exaggerating. I love what I do. You still need vacation. Turns out you still get tired and you still get wiped out and you still need to take a break. Who'da thunk it? So yeah, I'm taking vacation. I'm so excited. Get to go see my family in Vermont, and it's going to be wonderful. And I do wish that I could live stream from there because it would be beautiful. But as I said, internet's just not up for it. Plus, I'm trying to actually disconnect completely. So, you know, gotta take those breaks. Keep those elbows narrow. And when you get to the end of your set, take a second break. You know, one more break, one more set, and then you are done. I think we're still doing okay on time. Yes. Brilliant. Today was actually a little bit shorter. Generally, upper body work doesn't take as long because we don't do like a lot of single arm stuff / any single arm stuff. And when we do, more on the leg work, it's usually lunges or single leg deadlifts or something that takes a little bit more time. So today is slightly shorter. If you want to keep working out after we're done, be my guest. All right, one more set. We're almost there. Let's do this. Oh, hang on. There we go. Gotta get them locked together. I feel awkward facing the camera. I'm going to turn. Oh, this is getting hard. Keep that core engaged. That was me talking to myself. Okay. One last little brow mop here. All right. Gorgeous creatures. You are done. Ooh, wow, my hair is doing fun things. Don't even know what that is. Anyway, here, let's just take that down. Excellent work, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I never stop appreciating you showing the F up. That being said, I'm out for 2 weeks, as I said. I'm so excited. I'll be back on the 18th, as far as I know, if all goes well. Fingers crossed. In the meantime, I have a whole catalog of workouts that you can use for reference. You don't have to stop working out just because I'm gone. That's it. Stay safe. Delta is on a rampage, so keep yourself safe. Wear your masks, wash your hands. Keep following the same old rules. We're not quite through this yet, but anyway. Yeah. I will see you in a couple weeks. Take care of yourselves. Bye.